Funkinator here, Ed. We got the GoodSmellas. We're all here. Fragrance Republic. I am with
Bradley Skaggs.
and
François Duquesne.
how do you spell that?
Yeah. Duquesne. Duquesne.
Francois, Bradley. They are the creators of an amazing. I don't know what do we call this?
It's a fragrance club.
Fragrance Club. There you go.
The world's very first fragrance club.
Yeah. Okay. And it's called the Fragrance Republic. And tell us just a little bit about it as we're here and kind of sniffing it and experiencing.
We're simply making accessible what perfumer creates in their lab, straight to the consumer.
So there's no
No evaluations.
or
no
budgets.
no marketing
Nothing.
plans.
Target
Target
groups.
groups, anything.
I'm in contact with perfumers for a very long time for my work, and they keep telling me our best fragrances, they all stay on our desk or in our
Hidden
drawers,
away,
they're hidden
yeah.
away. They're never released actually, because we always have a budget constraint or kind of someone doesn't like it. I said, okay, you guys open your drawers, we'll release it to the Republic, you know.
To the Republic.
And if a perfumer comes with a fragrance, we consider it as whole and perfect. So we're not like evaluating, it's good.
So
or
you're not looking to
good.
make changes to the fragrance
No.
either.
No,
What
no.
you experience was
what they've offered.
Is right
Yeah.
and for the first time too. Like you smell and go, okay.
You have
Yeah.
have your story. Okay, here, Natalie, you want to create a story about iris and saffron and how you like mixing it in cooking and how
it turned into a
turn
scent
into-
for her.
And say, okay, you know, we take your formula. It's whole and perfect. We release it to the Republic. The Republic will decide if they like it or not.
Or not, right?
And I think you'll see that if you smell all 8 of them now.
And you're up to 8, and
You-
it's kind of cool the way that
It
they
goes through them.
created this market too. Is they literally dedicate a month for a perfumer. So each perfumer actually gets their own month,
Actually,
their own
2 months, basically.
2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so there's about 6 a year that are going to be
Exactly.
released.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so every 2 months.
So members receive the 15 ml bottle bi-monthly.
Okay, so
And
if
then
you,
what we do on the
so
off
the
months-
membership. So like you said,
Yeah.
this is a fragrance club.
Yeah.
So what does the club actually offer? Yeah. What's
So
the
the club
difference?
does have 2 things. One is you're receiving the fragrance. On the off months, when you don't receive a bottle of fragrance, you receive small samples of submissions that perfumers have submitted to us,
Okay.
where the members can then go and rate and decide if it should be a candidate for a release.
Okay. For
Also,
release, meaning something that would be
that
open.
would be produced to become a Fragrance Republic
Okay.
fragrance.
Okay.
So we're kind of involved in the creative
Yeah.
process. And
Cool. Yeah.
The creative direction is not us. The creative direction is
It's
the
the
people.
club.
Or the
It's
members of the
Republic.
club itself, right?
It's the idea of
Okay.
the Republic.
Okay.
And then, because it's a club too, we do things like this, events with you guys. We do master classes where we have perfumers come from Paris or wherever they are
Awesome.
in the world. And sometimes it's a deconstruction of a fragrance like Amelie did, or other times it's just a conversation about their inspiration and
Okay.
their career. But either way,
Nice.
it's bringing the idea of fragrance to people and helping to educate, really.
And it's getting people involved, and I
Yeah.
think that's really cool because
Yeah.
otherwise you just walk into a Macy's and you pick up the latest release from Chanel and you walk out. But
Yeah.
this really gets you involved, and you get to, like you said, you get to see the creative process, if anything.
Yeah.
Our intention is really to, it's for the discovery and the experience and about the reality. So we have absolutely no problem to put perfumers and consumers together. But as I grew up, when I grew up in the south of France, the perfumer was untouchable. He was like in his little bubble, like in his ivory tower,
Yeah.
and c'est le parfumeur. And it's like,
And they
"So
weren't
master
even,
parfumer,"
and they weren't even recognized though
you know,
for what they made. It was
I
always
want
the brand
access
on
to
it,
this
right?
guy,
Yeah.
you know, and then now
They
I
get stuck
think
behind the
it's-
curtain.
Right.
The
Right.
idea of the Republic is like, no, this is a human being that is actually accessible, and
Sure.
some of them are actually even talking with passion about their craft.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I've
And-
spoken to a few now, and I mean, it's amazing to see Ralph Schwager for one. I mean, you know, this
Jean-Claude, another one?
Yeah.
He couldn't get enough of our club.
And I think
Police.
it's about sharing.
Police Becker. Yeah.
It's about sharing their passion and their craft also too. And there is a reality to tell about
Yeah.
perfume that is important. Perfumers are chemists and they have a know-how that is like so unique they acquired over the years, And it's not just about mixing this oil with this
This
oil
chemical,
and
yeah.
making like
Yeah.
you're not taking a
Is it-
white wine with a red wine and you make a rosé.
Right.
That's not the way it
No.
goes. You
They're
know?
talented
It's like,
chemists.
no, but many people
artistic.
think
They're
that
artistic,
perfumery-
talented chemists.
Many people think that
Artisan
perfumery is about
Yeah.
that. You know, it's just
Yeah.
mixing ingredients. It's actually much more
A lot more
complex
than
than
that.
this.
Yeah, sure.
And so it tells a story. It's something that you know, as feet, as crown.
Sure.
So, and I think that's what I want. We want also to spread to the consumer with the Republic, saying there's no bullshit here. That's the way it's made. There's synthetics. There's natural. They're
Sure.
all
Yeah,
good.
this is
they're
what it
all
is.
okay.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they just have different functions.
And then let the Republic decide.
How long have
Exactly.
you guys been out there?
So we launched it last October,
Last October.
A little over a year.
but it's probably in the making for 3 years now.
Nice.
3 or
Yeah,
4
we've
years.
been working for
A
about a long time.
like
Yeah.
it's this thing, bro.
It's an internet platform. It's a content. I mean, all these guys. You need to at the beginning to. I wouldn't say persuade because as soon as we approached these guys, they were really
They're
enthusiastic.
interested. I think that's
And you have
amazing. It's
people, I
awesome
mean,
to see such
Natalie,
top
she
designer, top
Yeah.
brand designers, perfumers of. I mean, as you see here, this she's made
Amouage,
Amouage.
she's-
Comme des
like-
Garçons.
Julie Massey works
Hermès
for
Eau de
Guerlain.
Merveille. She
Yeah,
did
it's amazing.
Mugler, fragrance. She's a very young perfumer. She hasn't released anything. She's just very new, and we give her a chance.
Yeah,
She did
Terry
Yves Saint Laurent,
Mugler's
Baby
Womanity.
Doll,
Womanity.
The last
yeah. It's
Womanity,
huge.
Dolce Gabbana. She's
Sure.
a big perfumer.
Let's talk about the newest one because
Yeah.
right now we're actually here. Like I said, GoodSmellas
Launch
here,
number
and,
8.
and when we're here for the launch of number 8, which is well, I personally like it a lot. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, sure.
So we're here now is smelling the newest installment, and this is number 8, and this was actually created by the perfumer Jean-Christophe Herault. Is that the right way to say it?
Jean-Christophe Herault.
Herault.
Yeah. So we gotta smell it because I mean, I hate to speak about a fragrance where
Thank you.
I smell it a million times, but I still like
you
smelling
know
this one.
that's
great.
No,
It's
but
really nice one. I
it's
like it a
a
lot.
trend actually in that industry, and with many blogs, etc. People talk about a fragrance that they haven't smelled. So please, let's talk about something that we smelled all, and because it's about that. To the perfumer, Jean-Christophe is actually a senior guy now. He works for a fragrance house that is an American fragrance house called IFF, International Fragrance Affair. Yet he's based in Paris, but he does a lot of international projects. So he did a lot of different projects, both in the mainstream. So you can tell he did Esprit fragrances,
Yves Saint Laurent, Comme des Garçons.
Yves Saint Laurent, and also some
Canali.
so-called niche projects like Comme des Garçons, this amazing green that I really like. Yeah. As I met Jean-Claude in his lab for the first time, he was so shy. He was very shy. He's one of the
Shyest.
shyest
Yeah.
in the profession. But he has a true passion for aroma.
That's how he speaks.
Yeah,
Right? That's,
and
yeah.
osmanthus in general, osmanthus that is used in the tea actually. So
Tell people what osmanthus is, because a lot of people don't know. It's
osmanthus is a type of flower
Right.
and plant that the Asians put in their tea.
Okay.
And also extract for naturally extract
because of its aroma.
because of its aroma.
Yeah.
You can both
It's an apricot-like.
yeah yes, I mean kind of
Sweet.
yes sweet,
Very, very sweet.
and you can both have it as a tea or like basically both eat it and ingest it and also smell it.
And wear it.
And yeah, so he wanted to do a fragrance around osmanthus that is, how can I say, he would tell it better than me, but gourmand, you know, that you want to eat, in a way. So if a woman, my definition of this fragrance is that if a woman wears it, you
wanna eat her up.
wanna Eat
Yeah.
her.
All right. You want to eat her up. Up.
I think what makes that effect is the apricot that he has at the start. So it
Yeah,
definitely
just for
says-
a quick rundown of some of the notes, because I've never seen notes blended like this. You have bergamot on the top, apricot, orange blossom,
Mm-hmm.
which I definitely you could get the aura of the apricot, and the orange blossom kind of rounds it off with that sweetness.
So the fruity
Yeah.
part is there.
And then you have the osmanthus, and the jasmine is one of the top players for me. I like jasmine a lot, and I picked up the jasmine in it immediately.
Yeah.
And then in the base, you told me, and I'm not, at least my subscribers know that I'm not a huge patchouli fan, but I'm not getting any patchouli in this at all. So I'm sure it's going to evolve on the skin, but I can't smell it. I can't pick it out.
It will evolve on the skin, but in that formulation, it's more like as a bottom base, or which I would have to ask Jean-Claude as a binder also. I mean, to
Sure.
make the
Okay.
entire thing coherent.
Sure.
But it has a certain smokiness. Can you tell? Not really.
It's got some little
Some
oomph to
strength,
it. That may
and
be
that
the
little
sure. Yeah, a little
it's,
oomph.
the oomph is the
MMPH.
That's a technical term, by the way.
The technical term.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But oomph.
Beautiful
comes from the
fragrance.
passion.
Very, very, very nice
Yeah.
fragrance.
So,
Awesome. This is Jean-Christophe's release, right?
Yeah, Jean-Christophe. So next week I'm back in Paris.
Okay.
And I'm meeting him in his lab,
Great.
and we're gonna do actually a little video like you guys are doing
Cool.
right now
Good.
about him. He's gonna tell much more about his fragrance.
Body training. Good.
And
we interview all our perfumers.
yeah.
Nice.
And
So
if
some of them
if we
come
can't
here.
then we do that.
Good. It's great.
The
It's very
perfumer of August, Constance over there, she'll come here to New York
In August. Okay.
beginning of September or end of August
Okay.
to do a masterclass. So that will be a great event. She's based out of Florida. It's easier.
To get more information about the Fragrance Republic, go to thefragrancerepublic.net.
.net.
For any events and perfumers that are coming up, you guys can always go to centrails.com, and under the events section, their latest releases and whoever's coming and events will pop up there. So, guys, thank you. This is
thanks for
awesome.
Nice to have you
Love it.
guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Fun.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Enjoy.
Thank you
Thanks.
guys.
See you later.